Like,
I think just going off of what we went over last time.
yep, yep. It's been a little bit. How's the practice been?
It's been great. I think things are coming together a little bit better. I'm
Mm-hmm.
understanding Overwatch as a whole, I think, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit better.
Good.
Um, there's still definitely some habits that have like definitely built up that I'm starting to
Yep.
notice now.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep.
aside from that, I think aside from rankings and all that, I think just my general understanding of the game is like fundamentally better than when I was in silver.
Excellent.
Uh,
Now on
and
the
then
forum it says you've gotten up to gold. Is that still the case?
yeah, I'm in gold 2 right now, which I
Wow,
think is
that's a
my
huge improvement.
yeah.
Nice. That's
Thank
crazy.
you,
That's crazy. Good for you. Good for you.
thank you, thank you.
How have the individual points here? Because I'm like looking at our notes here, and it was basically just the fundamentals, right? Like
Yeah.
timing by checking your team, short
hmm
angles. If your angle's good, just keep pressuring from that angle. How has
hmm
that been kind of like point by point by point?
Okay, so the biggest one that's been improved is holding the angle.
Mm.
Not wasting. I guess I remember there was a situation last time because I watched the previous VOD back like last week just to refresh myself.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point on Peninsula where I like was on a good position already, but then I double blinked to the other side, and then now I'm down 2 blinks. Now I'm finding a fully uh, cooldown available soldier, and I'm like, then I pressure back into my team. So like now I have no resources, and the fight's already started. So
Mm-hmm.
um, that just
Mm-hmm.
keeps playing back in my head whenever I do play. I'm just like, okay, like use micro cover right, use the car, use the little pillar right. Sock always reminds me like your character like is very small, so you can hide almost behind anything.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
abuse that. Um, current habits that he's picked up that he wanted me to mention, if you couldn't make it, was I preemptively shoot when I could probably blink to get closer and like one clip someone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other one is abusing high ground. So sometimes I'll have high ground and not hold it, or I won't recall in time to go back to high ground.
Mm, mm,
Um,
mm, mm. So like you'll drop, go for a clip, and then you can recall back up, but you don't
right.
quite do it in time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
then the other one is kind of just holding a position longer. So I know I've said like I'm holding a short angle more, but like if my team's fighting on the other side and I'm basically right now like just annoying, like if I got like 2 supports plus a DPS that's going to peel on me every time I shoot at them, don't necessarily need to fight them. Just keep doing that. Sometimes I get a little antsy. I'm like, okay, I can probably kill one of them,
Yeah,
and then I just die to all 3 of them
yeah,
at once.
yeah. I think one of the things that always baits people with tracers because of that infinite skill curve is like, if I was good enough, I could do it. But the
hmm
idea is that you never want to build the habits of what you could do if you were just a higher rank, because eventually you're going to get to those higher ranks, and those players are going to be higher rank as well.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
so build good habits. Okay, good, good. Any questions since you've been training?
No, no,
Nothing about training time, schedule, mentality, ranked approach.
no. I think what I have going on right now is pretty healthy and
Great.
consistent.
Good.
So,
Good.
if anything changes, I'll definitely
Yeah,
message you.
perfect, perfect, perfect.
Uh,
Now, has that improved? I don't remember what your training schedule was like when we first talked. Has it improved since we first talked?
yeah, I'm playing a little bit more frequently, but in less intervals. So, I'll play for like a 2 hour session, and then I'll break for about like 30 minutes to an hour, and then if I have energy, I'll play again, or I'll play QP with
All right.
friends.
Perfect,
Uh,
perfect.
yeah,
Good
but it's
stuff.
at
Yep.
least 2 hours for about 4 times a week. So that's my goal right
That's
now.
good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That stuff matters so much. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. You said you want to do some live coaching in the forum. Is that still the case?
Yeah, yeah, we can. I was on vacation the past 5 days, so I didn't have a chance to like play or like get any good VODs, I guess, or
Yeah.
like take time to review it. So I figured we can just do the live
Yeah.
coaching.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What do you want to work on? I mean, maybe we can kind of read how you play, but like, I guess going into it, do you have any goals?
Um, I guess it would be a great demonstration because I'm just like super fresh right now. I just was able to just like quickly warm up a little bit, but this will be like I guess my foundation, right? What my default is.
So right, not working on anything, just playing and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Works for me. You said you're somewhat warmed up.
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. You could, jump into a deathmatch if you want to in the meantime. Perfect. Basically Tracer.
This character is so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when I first played Overwatch, I picked Lucio a little bit. I was the most floor CO of all time, man. I just sat on the floor 24/7 and healed and healed and healed. I thought I was the goated. Nice. I love the crosshair. I freaking love the green dots, the tiny green dots. Everyone makes fun of me like, I can't see your crosshair. I'm like, I can. Screw you.
I want to be involved.
No way. Nice trigger discipline there. Wow, that was clean.
Thank you.
I knew that was coming. Oh, wait, you got him. You got him. He's low. Aw. Dang. Making him look silly. If it was me and Cassie, I'd destroy you, trust me. 90% crit accuracy.
Oh, dude. What happened?
I don't know. Alt tabbed or something.
Oh, it quit out.
Weird.
No, right when I find the game.
Can you restart it?
Yeah, it's booting
Surely.
up.
All right.
Hopefully. Oh, I'm in. Cool. Oh, perfect. We have a Winston as well.
The stream ended, by the way. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just narrated live coaching. That's how we go. I love graffiti. Probably my favorite skin for Tracer. Classic, but good.
I was like, I had to get something fancy at this point, so I got the adventure one, and then I grinded the battle pass.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love her skins all that much. I think there's like she's like average or below average for skins.
Oh, it could definitely be better. I agree.
All right, just chill, play. I'm probably not going to talk too much for this one.
Sure.
Just roll it.
Oh.
So don't emote when you're rolling out on Tracer. That's my live coaching.
There we go. All right.
You're welcome. That'll be $40.
Awesome. Well, money well spent.
Whoa, there's the cartwheel. That was great.
Just got launched.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of like old Halo days.
Oh yeah. True. The ragdoll mechanics.
Where'd you go?
What is blood doing?
There we go.
You wanted it. I could smell the pulse bomb.
Like, do I go for this?
Yeah. You either gotta
Maybe
commit
some-
and do it quickly,
yeah.
or you don't. You know, you gotta make a decision there.
That's not good. Don't let them push. They're progressing faster than anticipated.
Oh, what is he doing? Tragedy.
Is my Romeo and Juliet.
Ah, that's right.
Did you miss me?
So that one actually might make me cry. Ha! Another Romeo and Juliet! The sequel! They resurrected Romeo and Juliet and killed them off again. It's terrible. Nice. Not so nice. What's a sequel to a sequel called? The trilogy?
At this point, we're past the trilogy.
Yeah, true.
We're basically Star Wars at this point.
Yeah, true. Just do your thing.
I see a hostile.
Nice. You see, but unlike Star Wars, the longer it goes, the better it gets, so...
Where'd he go? Oh no.
You're good. Was that above you? Where did that come from? That must have been above you. Yeah.
Right when I blinked too. Okay.
What a rat. If you recall immediately after losing health, you'll regain last health. Thank you, Overwatch tip. Very good.
Oh, that was so fast. I did not
That's all
react
right.
to that.
That's all right. I'm slowly crafting a portrait of things that
Sure.
we'll talk about. I might have a goal for you after this fight. So just play this fight normally. So I want you, as you're rolling out here, the classic to work on in live coaching is just be where do I want to set up my angle? So like with where robot is right now, where do you want to be? Where's your short angle? Yes, now just shoot. Just stay here and shoot. Stay here and shoot. Keep shooting. All right, find a different target. All right, where's your angle? Where's your angle? There's nothing to shoot here. Find something.
I didn't know that would hit there.
Yeah, well, you're forcing it, right? Like, I find your angle
Sure.
and you blink right towards something. Be more devious. Be more sneaky, for lack of a better term. Same thing here. Look at where this robot's going to be. Think about where the spawn's going to be. Find
Right.
your angle.
Burn it up.
Good. Where's your angle? There you go. You're good. Yes, keep going. This fight's lost. Don't worry about it. Play your life.
60 seconds.
That's just a fast way of resetting. I respect it.
Right.
Alright, where's your angle gonna be?
One more time.
Look at the robot. Just keep shooting. Nice. Watch. Alright, let's move that way. We gotta get a kill.
Took the robot from us.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. So, lot to unpack with this one. I want you to send me the code and I want us to take a look.
Sure.
Play of the game.
Got it?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's take a look. So, significant improvements in how you're playing. For lack of a better word, you just look a lot more comfortable with how you're moving and how you're playing. Like, it's easy to see why you've made it to high gold, because you're playing like high gold right now. Obviously, like, not a great game in terms of results, not a great game in terms of
Right.
stats, but it doesn't really matter. Like, objectively, you're still making better decisions in terms of setting up your angles. Your mechanics look a lot smoother. Your timing is a lot smoother, and so on. There's a couple of things I want to look at.
Okay.
Number one, you're often starting on angles, and then you're forcing engages. When your angle doesn't provide you a good target, you're directly trying to close the distance instead of setting up any sort of like sneaky way of approaching it, thoughtful, strategic. It's very direct and it's very blunt. There's no finesse, there's no thought, there's no strategy. It's just ugly and it's direct. The other thing as well is when you are put under pressure, you have a tendency either to panic or move towards your team instead of towards the backline and living on the backline.
Okay.
Going back to point number one in terms of being blunt and direct, this is especially a problem when you have pulse bomb. Your pulse bomb win rate, I think, was almost negative because it changed how you played for the worse. And so we're going to talk about all those things. And I think, as opposed to our first review, this will be more discussion oriented. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions, and you're probably going to know the answer to these questions sooner rather than later. Rather than before, it was more like telling you exactly what you ought to be doing. Now you need to be proving to me that you know what you're talking about. So this rollout here, you're on an angle. Love it. I don't like this. Why?
Because there's double stacked right there, and
It's double stacked right here. Nowhere to go. What's the range of this engagement as well?
Kind of long.
Kind of long, longer than you would like. Is this an angle right now, with where he's looking?
No,
not really. Right now, there's not a lot of better options here. Right. So strategize how with this rollout. How should you play this fight?
See where they are, and then.
Okay. Now what? You see where they are. Now what?
I could either go. What I should have done, and then this is one problem I've noticed, is take a little bit more time to see what their team is. If I knew there was an Ashe, I'd probably look for the Ashe versus going for the Soldier Mercy combo.
Can I be honest? I think that is mostly irrelevant.
Okay.
I want you instead to look at where the team is positionally. With the information that you have now, what angle makes the most sense? What adjustment from this angle? Let's put it that way.
Probably go right.
Drop right here. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking. Pressure from here, pressure from here, pressure from here, pressure from here. Exactly. Why is this better than this here?
I have more places to go.
More places to go. More cover. More ways to safely close the distance. And it's deeper. It's closer and it's deeper. Perfect. This is what we called about the blunt force trauma. Okay. Very direct. I see squishy. I know I'm fighting at the right time. So I just see red and just force it.
Yeah.
And so then we end up disengaging, which is, we're on a different angle. It's not bad, but there's not as much value here. Not because you're shooting tank, but because it's not as deep of an angle as it could be.
Right.
So it's like not bad, but it's not good either. This is going to go into point 2. Because with the information that you have right now, where should your angle adjust from here? You're coming up on 1.5 blinks. You have a recall. You're full HP. Where should you go?
Probably behind the Ashe or go to the right in the tunnel and then be behind them. And
You got it.
maybe just pester till I get resources back.
You got it. You got it.
Oh, did I get booped?
You got booped by Coach Gun.
Yeah, okay. That's what it
Right?
is.
But the problem here is that I honestly would not even be peeking this. As soon as I see that here, I'm not even peeking that. In fact, because I'm expecting to be dynamited. So I'm going to chill here, hide, wait till the soldier drops and go blink, blink, tuck, right? And do exactly what you said, right?
Okay.
This one, I'm going to cut you a little bit more slack because this is a difficult read in the middle of a fight. You don't have time to think about this one. But there's a solution.
My initial thing was to fight the Ashe, and that's when I got booped.
Yes,
I got thrown off.
and you should fight the Ashe, but I want you to prioritize the position first.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable here. I don't know where this fight is. I don't know where people are. I feel naked. I feel exposed. You need to find the angle first. Then you'll feel a lot more comfortable fighting that Ashe.
Okay.
Where should your disengage route be here with this last blink?
Given this, probably back to the left. Go behind them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Hold the angle. Remember point 2.
Yeah.
When you get panicky, you just start to migrate and magnet toward your team. This is how you get killed.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Not only is it better for offensive purpose, but it's better for defensive purposes as well.
Okay.
Obviously fine. A little bit of trigger discipline there. It kind of comes in there at the end. We recall back up top. We finish the kill. No big deal. This, I think, was just... I mean, I don't know. Even here, it's like... I think here your first priority is, instead of shooting this Winston from, you know, your own supports, is to set up your angle. Where should you go from here?
Over to the left.
Go over to the left. What can you do from here?
Pester anyone running through.
Right. Control the soldier from walking forward, especially with pulse bomb. What happens instead? You get shot by soldier. You get shot by Winston. You're indecisive. And by the way, check this out. I'm going to make a prediction here. I might be wrong. Aha, I knew it. Your Mercy took about 80 damage right there, not from the Winston, but from the soldier. The soldier that you could have potentially been controlling. I think your Mercy's dead either way, but just a good reminder.
Okay.
And then obviously we're just a little bit indecisive. No big deal. Set up. Need to anticipate the Junkrat pushing forward here. I like this. Controlling backline instead of chasing the Winston, right? You see that? That was good.
Yeah.
Now, this is super important because we're about to see the same problem again.
On force.
Don't force, right?
Yeah.
This is just not going to be good. And if this is this is how you're going to approach things, then it has to be done with like 3 blinks. And it has to be done with what? If for you to be able to contest a soldier, what do you need besides blinks?
My recall.
Recall, which you have though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Look at your comp. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait for this. Or, if you can't rely on that, then treat this with more respect. My point being is that it's not that you can't engage on things like this. You can. But you need 2 blinks.
Right. Okay.
Because if your blink ends here, then all of a sudden, this looks significantly different and significantly better. So it's not just the blunt force on angles that are too far away. Because frankly, if not contesting the soldier, where could you go? Maybe steel cart?
Underneath.
Like, yeah, maybe. But it's awkward, right? Like, it's a little bit awkward. My point being is that, like, okay, you need to recognize that this is too far.
Right. Actually, one thing that I just noticed that I did that my friend Slock also mentions, if you go back right before I come up the stairs, this is a very bad habit. I'm going to get the second blink here, and I blink for no reason.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
You could have walked here, and then you would have had the 2 blinks immediately.
Yeah. With the third on the way. Yep.
Because basically, here's the thing: don't brute force long range if you don't have to.
Okay.
But if you do have to, have the resources for it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And the same thing with first fight. Because I don't actually hate the play here. It's embarrassing, but the idea of the play is okay. It just has to be executed with 2 points.
Okay.
Because no matter what rank you are, you die doing that.
Right.
This is fine. It's convenient. It's no big deal. Finesse. Finesse. Where do you go?
To the right.
To the right, yeah. You see it?
Yeah.
It's just not very smooth. It's not that this is a bad angle. It's just, why would you go here when you have all this space over
High
here
ground.
instead?
Yeah.
Right, the high ground and so on, right? It's just, and so that ends up being a little bit unlucky, but again, you create your own luck.
Right.
Finesse. Yes. Finesse. You're too locked in.
Yeah.
That's just you being distracted. I don't want to read into that one too much.
Okay.
See it?
Yeah.
Very much brute forced. Very much brute force. It's good mechanics, but you should have died there.
Right.
You should have died. Good. See, here you brute force. And while you're missing too much HP, frankly, for this, I would be less against this because at least you had the double blink available. right?
Sure. Yeah.
Just wish you had the HP for it.
right.
Okay. Good patience here. This is all good. We can just zoom through this. There's not a whole lot to say. Again, finesse, right? Expect the respawn. Stay on the angle. Listen. Okay, Junk's here. My job is to control Junk and not to die. Rotate top. Rotate top. I don't want you here.
So this is where I was like, probably just help the Doom, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, but it's a small room and you're not going to be on an angle, so probably
Yeah.
no. Probably no. Actually, you should do what your Reaper's doing and either prep her the Winston or just steal the robot. You can't,
Right,
or
right.
steal the robot and then set up for your flank this way so that you can actually help
Right.
your Doomfist, right?
Yeah.
Finesse. It's like, it's the, what I would describe as finesse is the ability to think quickly in the moment and not just to force.
Okay.
You need to flow correctly by making good decisions. And the way that you improve that is forcing yourself to make those decisions, even if it doesn't feel finessed in the moment. Force yourself to make those decisions. Force yourself to constantly reevaluate. Where do I need to be? Okay, with the information that I have here, where do I need to be? Finesse.
I was probably just thinking about playing the room on top of the stairs
You
instead
can.
of going behind.
You can, but then the problem here is this a good angle with where the robot is right now?
I will, because my team was like respawning, so I was just like maybe not try to contest and kind of see where it's gonna guess where they meet, right?
Sure. But you don't want to be here now because everyone can see you.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah.
You kind of see what I'm saying? So when I'm thinking about rotating here, it's not because I'm expecting to be here for very long. I'm expecting actually the soldier to drop, but then you can tail. You can tail.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? And
Yeah.
then you can rotate across to here, right? You just don't want to be in the front line even during setup phase, right? You see what I'm saying? Because this is what
Yeah.
happens, right? Like, he knows you're there. You're easy to pursue. So regardless, we finesse. Eventually, we do find the right finesse.
Yeah.
And then I think this is where you kind of get lost in the sauce. You're like, oh, yeah, I can go now. This was good. I remember this. You and your Reaper do a good job here. You do a good job clearing them out. You force grip. They're out. You get your recall force, no big deal. And then now, this is important. Finesse. What should you do right now? Remember our review from last time. What should you do?
Go right. And play the
Or-
corner.
Or
Just stay here.
just stay here and shoot.
Yeah.
It's a good angle. Look at your team. Just shoot. But yeah, I agree. This would also be really good. This would probably be even better. You see it?
Yep.
It's brute
There
force.
we go.
It's brute force.
Once again, I'm gonna die to this Junkrat.
You are. Now, we're being very negative here because I enjoy yelling at people. But again, there is a... Think about like how many opportunities you have for improvement here. Now that we're slowing it down a little bit. And still, you're so much better than last time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of room for improvement here. That should be very encouraging for you, right?
Yeah,
This isn't like
definitely.
some super complicated. It's still basics. The basics are a lot better, which is why you're gold. But we can, if you fix some, even just a couple of these fights here, now we're plat, right?
Right.
You build some of these, and not just fix these mistakes, build better habits in how you're approaching these fights, right? But yeah, exactly. Like you said, the Junkrat, I mean, he's a major problem because you're kind of just walking into his line of fire. I'm not even sure that he was aiming for you there. You see, he's just shooting. You know what I'm saying? He's just shooting. You walked into one of his grenades. And this makes it so chaotic, and then obviously leads to downtime, and then, you know, this guy ruins your day. And this is where I started to come in. I was like, all right, I think it was this fight. Yeah, no, it's after this. Finesse. What should you do here?
Just play this corner.
Just play this corner and shoot. Shoot. Don't even disengage from soldier here. You have blinks and recall here, you're fine. Just keep shooting. Finesse. Finesse.
Right.
Even with pulse spawn. Even with pulse spawn. Because this here, shooting here, will give you the vision and information that you need to go for the pulse spawn. Because you could tell the panic, right? Because of all these three targets, you go for the Kiriko? that's the worst target you could go for, right? You know,
Sure.
not only do you have to worry about life grip, but you also got to worry about Suzu too. To me, it shows that you're there's like, it's almost like, I would love if you had like a heart rate monitor attached right before you go for pulse on when you have pulse on compared to when you don't have pulse on.
Oh, it's like betting 100
Yeah.
on roulette, and it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Right before the ball drops.
Just relax. Just do your job.
Yeah.
Just do your job. The pulse pump will present itself. I do agree that pulse pump is just something that you should be trying to use sooner rather than later, but you don't force it. I had a session actually just before this one with the bronze tracer, and I said he was doing the same thing. He was forcing his pulse pumps a lot and ended up sticking tanks into whiffing. And I said, I promise you, if you just relax and hold the angle, there will be a perfect opportunity in the next 10 seconds. And it was 6 seconds in. And a perfect opportunity presented itself. It's the same thing with you. You hold good angles, good things happen that allow you to... It's the same thing with Genji and Dragon Blade, right?
Right.
This is what I was asking, where do you need to be? You choose here, and you relax. There's no more target to shoot, so then you adjust your angle. Where do you need to be?
Probably go back up to the stairs.
Probably go back up the stairs, right? Rotate from here, and then you're like, well, there's nobody to shoot. That's fine. You'll find somebody, and you see, and this is where we start to pressure. Pull the Junkrat back. Right? Make your decision.
Okay.
Start to pressure that Kiriko. Pull the resources away from that Winston. You see, like this is the problem here. We're getting anxious and feeling like we need to do something. And I was like, I remember watching this and being like, please don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this, because this is so again very direct.
Yeah.
Ignore the trap. Ignore them. This is direct. There's no finesse in this whatsoever. You're not maintaining your angle. And so what happens is, even though you're aware of the trap and stuff, first off, you get cleave because you didn't take the angle. Then you're like, all right, I just got to go in. I just got to go in. And, I mean, you know, even without Tyre here, you're dead. Like, you're just dead.
Right.
Like, you can't possibly win this duel here. Whereas if we'd gone to where we wanted you to go, even here, right? Let's just watch what happens.
all by herself. Yeah.
Curious by himself. Soldier's by himself. Lifeweaver's now available. Winston's now available. Lifeweaver's dead. Junkrat's dead. We could deepen our angle. We could start to pressure from here. There's opportunities endless, right?
Right.
Okay. This is fine. What do you think?
Probably just play behind here until my team moves up.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's hard because like they're out of choke right now.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
I don't think it's bad, but if I like commit, I mean, it feels like I did the same thing on the peninsula, right? I just blinked to another side when I didn't need to, and I just wasted 2 points.
Well, the difference is because your team is coming from this direction.
Okay.
Right? Like once this corner is turned, that's where your team will be. So this is an investment. I like this.
Sure.
Look at
Okay,
you
that's
see
a
it?
great way to say that. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? It's just an investment. Because this, look what happens. You see it? Right?
Yeah.
It's just too easy. If he's shooting this way, at least it's not going towards your team.
Right. Okay.
So I like this angle from you. I think the only problem with this angle is it feels a little far, but at least you're set up, right?
Sure.
And so what ends up happening here is this. And frankly, this is quite useful.
Okay.
Right? It's not optimal range, but also you're playing into Reaper Junk. So honestly, maybe it is optimal range, right? So
Sure.
you could just sit here and pepper, and it's useful, right? And then if you do want to commit here, maybe this is a little bit greedy, but there's value here, right? There's value. Like look at where you are in comparison to your team, right? You're nagging. So I actually think this fight was. I think you could have gotten on the angle sooner.
Okay.
But beyond that, I think this one was okay. And again, I want to point out that this is when I was asking you, where do you need to be?
Sure.
Thoughts?
I think this is good.
I think so too. Yeah. There it is. Wraith.
No
Obviously, you gotta be
Wraith.
careful of junk spam here. What do you think?
A little brute force here.
Yeah, it's brute force if you push.
Right.
Don't push. Just sit. Your team steals the robot. They rotate away from robot. Now you can take this angle.
I have a pulse. I'm gonna use
But
it.
you have
Yeah,
the pulse.
I-
That's
yeah.
it, right? And it's a good pulse in terms of the mechanics. But you should die here. And not only should you,
yes.
and not only should you die here, but this should get Suzu'd or pulled. Why?
Yes. Yeah. Because both the healers are there.
Both the healers are there, but both the healers are usually there.
Right.
But where's the distraction from your team? Where's the chaos that your Winston is providing? Or your Doomfist, excuse me.
Right.
right? Because you've brute forced, you've not paid attention to any sort of trades elsewhere. So really, honestly, there's no excuse for this, right? You see that? That should have been an easy Suzu because everything revolves around relaxed brute force because that will allow, even if she does have Suzu, if you stick something, she'll probably miss it. Or she'll be too distracted, right? And then here, it's beautiful. It's Monet, it's Degas, it's Mozart, right? I would not fall back to the Winston, and I think you realize
I try to get beat. I try to sneak in.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, this is beautiful right here. You see this?
Yeah.
Rotate to a deeper angle, still staying in backline. Oh man, I love this clip. This is a sick clip. I thought for sure you were gonna lose this. I had little faith. Look at that trigger discipline. Maybe they probably didn't need to reload, but you're like, oh no, I'm gonna lose this. 27 HP, who would win it?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Here we go again.
And yeah,
Fire
whatever.
in the hole.
Yeah, that guy was disgusting this game. Okay, so notes. Let's do another game. What do you got to work on this game? We'll take some notes on your Discord chat maybe while you're in queue. But what do you see?
Play more sneaky. Okay, it's asking me to update the game.
That's fine.
We could.
Our codes are gonna get wiped. Oh frick! I forgot to. No. Oh shoot! Codes may be wiped. Okay, it's my next replay review. Poor guy. Oh no. All right. So yeah, codes actually.
He can't play, so you can still like go in and do stuff, but if they have the game open, it's probably gonna tell you can't play.
Yeah. This is a game thing. That's okay. I forgot that it was today. Okay, so no brute force, but what does that mean? What does the finesse mean? Like, how does that actually? Because I'm using that as an adjective to kind of tie it together. But what are we actually saying here? When you were brute forcing, what were you not doing, or what were you doing that you should not have been doing?
I'm not playing, the sneaky go behind and take advantage.
Yeah. I would say even further than that, you're blinking directly at threats.
Right.
And you're also trying to close long distances without blinks.
Right.
So it's a question of managing your range and taking deeper around the clock angles. Okay? Especially with Pulse One. Okay. Yeah. So one of those aspects do you want to work on here? Smarter angles, closing the distance with blinks. Ooh, nice.
So much for that paradox.
Finish your thought. Which one? What do you want to work on?
No, blunt force trauma.
No blunt force trauma. Finesse. Angles don't. I took some deep brief notes. Nice.
Much better. Let's try that.
It's also a hard 1v1.
Yeah, it's especially hard when she can bounce or heal orb.
Yeah.
That like doubles the amount of self-healing that she can get from it. If you can conveniently, even disengaging heal orb isn't too bad.
Okay.
But obviously not too long because it is a pretty short cooldown. I'm having a hard time reconnecting. Give me a second.
Share the stream.
Yeah, the stream's fine. Sorry, I was talking about Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like you've got the same problem. Oh wait, never mind. You're good.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Yeah, I'm not connecting. Weird. That's fine. Okay. Finesse, 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 finesse. Set up and patience. Set up and patience. Set up and patience. Sure. It's both an urgency and a relaxation, right? It's urgency in setting up and then relaxing and not brute forcing it to compensate.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like getting up like 15 minutes earlier so you don't have to run around, you know, getting ready for work or whatever, right?
You're
just
right.
Get up a little bit early and just kind of fall. Once you get your process, everything flows smoothly. But if you don't set up, if you don't do your homework, everything feels frazzled and stressful. That's kind of like the analogy that we'd use here.
Now he's giving me PTSD.
Oh, I know, right? My bad, my bad.
Oh, it's under now.
That's great. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let you learn.
No, that's good. Let's learn.
Uh-huh.
The objective is under attack.
I'll take a reading.
Keep in mind they're going to have a response here soon. Just mismanaged your blinks a little bit there, but you notice how that fight felt so much more relaxing?
Yeah.
Still stressful because Tracer, but you did a great job setting up. Your timing was exceptional. It's good. That was a really good fight. Really good fight.
Okay. Oh, wow. That was...
I could use some healing.
Sure. Relax. Just hold the angle. Be patient. It's okay.
Sure.
Remember the rule there. Do not disengage to your team whenever you can.
Right, yeah.
When you backed up, you gave the Cassidy that angle, and then ended up letting him kill your Bastion, and then ended up getting yourself killed as a result.
Okay.
As well as that setup on the Junkrat on the right side was fine. You just needed to blink through him immediately. Don't shoot. Just blink through him.
Okay.
Like right now, set up. Get right through him. Go, 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 go. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Disengage not to your team, remember?
Right. To the right, to the right, to
It's
the right.
okay. But for what we're mostly practicing, which is your setup, very
Yeah.
nice. This has been a really good game from you so far. Get point if you can. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
Round lost.
much better. Much better.
Okay.
Well, not result-wise, but like in terms
Sure.
of the execution of what you're doing and what we're practicing, much better. Now, I'm reminding you to not disengage to your team, but frankly, it honestly doesn't even matter that much for what we're practicing.
Okay.
It's hard to practice both of those things at once, right? Your brain is so focused on setting up, it's okay. All right, so right now, start to think ahead of time.
Yeah.
Best angle to set up so that you can finesse. What are you thinking?
Time to start making up for it.
Probably go right. Play this small health pack.
Yep.
3,
Let's see it.
2, 1. Round 2.
Be flexible with what you see. Start there, and then react with what you're given. Okay. Now what? Finesse. Yes. Good. I like this. This is really smart.
The objective is
Don't let them take the point.
That's Hinder. There you go.
Second chance.
Now what? So they've rotated away from you. You need to find a way to close the distance. You see? It's difficult.
Yeah.
So I think there, you needed to drop. You needed to drop and rotate
Okay.
through the mini health back and find, basically rotate to where you rotated out from spawn.
Got you. Okay.
It's hard. They're giving you a lot of attention right now, but you can be playing this one better. Finesse, where do you need to be? Good. Finesse. Nice. Grab the mini and stay in the angle. Go back. Very nice. Very nice from you. Very nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Now you're about to come up and pull spawn. Remember, you're going to play the game the exact
Yeah.
same way. Just going to relax and do your job. That's all. Nice. Nice.
I'll take a reading.
Don't brute force it, right? Nice. Reset.
The Iron Force watches over you.
I could use some healing.
Finesse. Finesse. Go, go, go. Go, go. Yeah.
Too much finesse.
A
Oh,
little too much finesse. Yeah. So basically, I want. There's a one specific point there. When you triple blinked and just recalled back, pushing their Moira right towards her spawn after killing the Pharah. Remember that? Lacked finesse. Next fight here. Where do you go? Finesse, finesse, finesse. Nice. Yep, just relax and shoot. Relax and shoot. Just keep shooting. Keep shooting. That one is unlucky. That's a strange spot to put a trap, I'm not gonna lie. That's okay though. You guys should still be okay. Surely. You just need your Ana to press Q.
Did you miss me? Justice reigns. Look at me go.
Winnable. Nice. Grandma squad. Nice job.
I know this fair's gonna come out.
Where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be? I don't like this angle. I want us to close the distance. Be sneaky. Wrap either left or... Yeah, maybe go left. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's go.
Nah.
It's okay. It's okay. Just a little slow. That's alright.
nano boosted.
Das Universum singt vor mir.
Outnumbered. Careful.
He's gonna fall off again. Nice juggle of point. That was really good there, actually. That was pretty high level stuff. Okay, so here's the deal. You have homework now. Here's your
Okay.
homework. I think after the Esperança review, there's nothing else that I have to add for you to work on.
Okay.
All I want you to do is to go into that VOD right there. And I want you to go back and watch it again.
Okay.
And apply, you're looking at my setups and how I'm playing the engages. And then I want you to take notes in this channel, in our channel.
Okay.
I want it to be short. I don't want you to sit there and agonize a fight more than once. Just zoom.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam. Try to aim for it to take anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. Nothing painful. And see what you come away with. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. We still have a few more minutes. So do you have any questions about anything that we talked about?
So like in these scenarios, I think it might be a combination of like, you know, I'm playing with you or like, I don't know. I feel like I'm playing a little bit too aggressive right now. Maybe that's just like,
well, you're under pressure.
You're not playing for
it's a different experience, right? You know, live coaching is a different experience, right? So, it doesn't matter really. Like, I'm helping you frame what practice should feel like, which would be a little bit of respectful and quiet self-judgment in terms of where do I need to be, where do I need to be, where do I need to be, right? And once you can do that, then it doesn't really matter. You know, like once you can at least check that box, it's totally fine. But that's beyond that, it's totally fine.
Okay.
You're putting a little bit of pressure on yourself, which might mean that you make some goofy errors, but honestly, like, we don't care. The goofy errors will clean themselves up. Like, I just want to build stronger habits from you.
Okay, I agree. That's what we want as well.
Okay. Any other questions?
I guess sometimes I have a hard time deciding like high ground versus low ground. I mean, I kind of use the same philosophy. Like wherever my team is, I'm usually the opposite of that.
Okay.
I don't know if that should always.
That's fine. You're looking for a short angle. That's all.
Okay.
Short angle. If the high ground does not provide a short angle, then the high ground is not good. If the high ground provides a short angle or the opportunity to create a short angle, then the high ground is good. Now, if you could choose between two short angles and one's high and one's low, probably go with the high, assuming all other things are equal.
Gotcha.
But beyond that, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So always prioritizing that short angle.
Always prioritizing that short angle. The question is how deep is the angle and where is the short angle with where the fight is happening. That's going to be your challenge, is finding that one.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I will get